Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, last episodes were really freaking weird, but I have to give shout out to Random 1208 because his amazing, basically comment give a lot of light on the story for me, and as he said, it's not exactly spoiler, and I agree with that. It clarifies a lot, but not spoiling anything at the same time, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, there's that comment, by the way. I think I've put it before in the edit. Maybe. Probably yes. Anyway. Also, last week was, I would say, amazing in terms of new people joining our channel. So I want to welcome you, and I hope you will enjoy the ride in Umineko and the other visual novels I'm doing right now. And yeah, also you may see that this video got a premiere on a bit different time. That's because I've made a vote pool, which I will post in the description. And also, somewhere on the screen, a thumbnail, probably, maybe, which exactly is about when the premieres of the episodes should be. And so far we had only 2 votes, and they were on this hour, so I'll be testing this hour for now. So yeah, that will be it, and let's just go to the episode, I guess. Did I just had like Umineko on the background? I hope not. Anyway, let's go. When he entered the room, the blonde-haired witch was gazed out the window. Outside, the rain was no longer falling weakly. As she looked out at the beautiful rose garden, which had been tended to over several days for today's sake. As she saw the window and rain ravaged it, was struck by someone's sentimental feeling. Callan was not able to tell anything more from her back, which faced him. Also, I wonder... Yeah, it's not spoiling, and I mean, I still wonder why everyone can see Beatrice now. Because in this episode before, we had Beatrice as like, you know, basically a witch in her like old outfit, and now she's like in the new outfit, but everyone can see her and no one is surprised. So I really wonder what's going on here, and I wonder who will be detective of this story. Maybe actually it might be Rosa, because she witnessed the magic of Beatrice. Khan went out this way to call out the witch's name, hoping that she would turn around. He wanted to know. He wanted to know if the witch who tempted him and Shannon in the past had really appeared again. Okay, so this is the same. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why everyone can see her. When he did, the witch whose name had been called laughed, her back still facing him. Holding her voice, she laughed. Kauna was startled. It was almost as though she had read his mind and knew that he had called out to her, hoping to make her turn around. Also, you know what's the worst part of recording during weather like that? The hot. Like, holy shit, this is so hard.
どうやらクラウスは良い料理人を入れたと見える。はい。近年入ったゴーダという料理人です。料理の腕が良きことは何にも勝るものよ。美食は人の世で生きる快楽の山中をなす。
Can you cooking? I can, kinda a little bit.
千年を飽きぬにはこれを欠かさぬが秘訣よ。
Canon and the witch eyes met. Then she grinned. Without a doubt. Certainly. This was clearly the witch from that day, Beatrice. The witch that no one but he and Shannon could see in the past finally held a form and had arrived openly as a guest through the entrance hall. Maybe she somehow gained physical form? Because in these years that were before these events, wait, what was I talking about? Yeah, the freaking code. I mean, in the past years she might gain enough power from, you know, Shannon smashing the mirror that she can actually enter the physical realm for like longer period of times. Maybe that's the case.
ベアトリーチェ様久しぶりよの家具の
Oh wow. Savage from the start.
お久しぶりでございます
Count tried to remember to be polite to this guest for the time being. But the visit of the suspicious witch made dark clouds start and surround his heart, especially considering that today was the family conference.
何をしに現れたのかと気が気でならぬと見える
Actually... Now I'm wondering, what if they make Canon to be a detective in the story? In this part. I still wonder how Butler, that is in the other plane, basically, in the meta world, replaying the events, and how it works from like our perspective and from Butler perspective. It's still confusing me, but well, can't have all the answers at the same time, so...
そうであろう
But I'm looking forward to learn. Count didn't force an answer. This witch probably read minds, so it's pointless to go to the trouble of saying it out loud. Of course, she could read even his inner resistance. So the witch giggled at Canon's childish defiance.
金蔵との最後の約束を果たしに来た親方様との最後の約束わらわは金蔵に山をなす黄金を貸し付けたそれを金蔵が放棄するときわらわは利子をつけて返却を受けることになっておる今宵それをもらい受けに来た僕には何の話かわかりません
Okay, that's what we know from the episode 1 basically. It was in the letter. Now we have it from her personal perspective. So maybe the second letter is actually different now. Because we got two letters now. One is the invitation to the Borderland for Maria, and the other one is letter to read out loud during the meeting by Rosa. However, uncertainty began to gather in his heart. Whatever this wish had to say, it couldn't be anything good.
違いない魔女の話にろくなものはないぞそなたは正しいされど魔女とハサミは使いようだソロモン王のように偉業を成し遂げる者も時にはおる最も多くの場合は童話が語るようにろくな目には合わんがなしかし金蔵も食えぬわらわの利子の取り立てすらも自らの儀式に取り込みおったわらわをも超えるとてつもない大魔術師か
Interesting. So... she even think that Kinzo is that powerful.
さもなければ狂気に取りつかれたただの知れ者か。
Well, he basically summoned her, but on the other hand, she told us that she came to him by a whim. So maybe he increased his power in the years?
面白い。実に面白い。
Count couldn't guess what the witch was muttering and laughing about. All he knew was that anything that made this witch laugh must have the exact opposite meaning for everyone else. And in the back of his mind, the horrific words the witch had spat at him in the past began to resurface. Yep. What did you think? I'd lend you my power and ask for nothing in exchange? I will gladly assist a pair in love. And in exchange, I will enjoy watching the cruelty fate they will eventually meet. Whew. I have never came across a better show, not over the course of 1,000 years. Just laugh.
懐かしき故郷を貫く鮎の川。
From my beloved hometown. Wait, do we have access to... It should be in the tips, right? Yeah, epitaph. See the village. I wonder if this epitaph is referencing her hometown. Because I told you my theory, like some episodes ago, that I think that Beatrice could be potentially a human before, and with some kind of like ritual or something, I don't know, she turned into like being immortal or something, or being witch. Basically, she died and she became witch. I don't know. But, I don't know, I have a feeling like... Well, she must be from somewhere, it's not like she just appeared. And... in the stories, like, witches were humans. And Umineko is taking it to another level, I guess. So it's like, maybe they were humans and then they died and then they transcended to be immortal. And they just live for thousands of years? Something like that?
黄金鏡を目指す者よ。これを下りて鍵を探せ。
Okay, so she's telling us the epitaph now. I mean the beginning. Oh! She actually recited the poem, the epitaph. The witch suddenly began to recite a bizarre poem. It was something he remembered hearing.
それはまさか魔女の碑文。
Yep. There was no mistake. It was the epitaph that accompanied the portrait of the witch Kinzo had put on display. The relatives had guessed that it referenced the location of the hidden gold, but no one knew what it meant for sure. The witch suddenly began reciting that epitaph. Are you going to hear the whole? No, okay.
家具である貴様なら金蔵から聞いていよう。すべてを黄金鏡へ返す日がやってきたのだ。喜ぶがいい。お前の恥辱にまみれた家具の日々がようやく終わる時がやってきたのだ。お前はそれをずっと望んできたはず。自らに存在価値を持たぬ家具にとってただ存在するだけの日々は苦痛に他ならない。
To be honest, Canon in the last episode of Umineko died really slowly. Like, you know, the rest of them just died pretty fast. We don't know how fast died the first 9 people, but yeah, the rest of them were like hit in the head and stuff. And he just bled from his stomach, like, what the fuck?
魂ある者にとって
Or was it
う
just...
つしおは固執すべきものだが、亡き者にとってうつしおは苦害でしかないからのう。
Complicated expressions fitted across Kaon's face. This was the day of release that Kaon had been looking forward to. However, the coming of this day had been mercilessly sudden, and for some reason, he didn't like the hateful tone used by this witch, as she informed him of the coming of this long-awaited day of rest. Kaon couldn't even decide what emotion he should be feeling.
なぜに喜ばぬ？それとも、うつしおに何かの未練があるというのか？
That's oddly specific. In the real world. I wonder if her power, like, make everyone go to the meta world, like Butler is there in... I mean... I know that Butler is in that place that's called Meta World. And on the other hand, there is that Tea Party segment, which I don't think is Meta World. And we had like the spirits, I guess, of the other people that died during episode 1. Oh, it's also Meta World. Huh. Let me know if that's not a spoiler, if the Tea Party segments and the question mark segments are both the meta word. Is it the same word or not?
家具の分際で未練などない。僕は家具だから。
He's lying to himself.
貴様は実に模範的な家具だな。よいよい。しかし、何の未練もないとはつくづく面白みのない。未練こそがお前の快楽だというのか。
At this point, I have a feeling like Canon is the main protagonist of this episode. I feel like that might be the case. I still wonder how influential are Beatrice and Butler from this other world. But yeah, this is just like constantly on my mind, like, what's their influence on this? Why is this happening?
その通り。
I need answers. I need to read faster and more.
1000年も生きると大抵の魔女は生き飽きる。わらわは退屈から逃れるために人間たちの運命にブランデーや果実を練り込みケーキのように焼き上げるのだ。
That's the way to put it.
オーブンの中で苛烈な運命に踊る人間たちのなんと面白きこと。
And Rokkenjima is kinda like an Owen.
わらわはこの方面にかけてはちと知られていてな。わらわの料理の腕を見に時には遠方から珍客が見物に来ることすらあるくらいよ。
Okay.
言っても家具ごときには理解できぬか。
Kanon couldn't understand what the witch was saying. However, he fully realized that this was a terrifying being who treated the fate of humans as a show, enjoying it whenever some harm befall them. However, the furniture has no soul or life, much less a fate. Pitiful furniture does nothing but serve until the day they are released from the real world. To furniture like that, the witch who had come to release them from everything was a being to be received with overflowing affection. Even though the Canon should have been waiting impatiently for had come, he was confused by his own inability to accept it easily. I need to like... Okay, I think that should be better. Why was it? The face of Shannon, the person he loved as a sister, rose to his mind. And for some reasons, Jessica's face too. Callan bit his lower lip hard enough to that it hurt. Thinking about Jessica like that was something furniture must never do. Also, I just thought, if each episode is like different detective, the different main protagonist of the story, I guess. In this case, in episode 2, I wonder what the mystery will be. Because in the first episode we had that Beatrice, the witch, the mystical being that no one could see, and just few people believed in her. Like, Butler couldn't figure it out, couldn't like put pieces together and prove that there is the 19th person or there isn't. And in this episode, we clearly have Beatrice, which came in her physical form to the mansion, great like with 3 people, they know she's there. And if people just started dying at night, that she's kinda really suspicious at this point. You know? So I wonder what kind of difference will be in this episode. I think about that. Yeah, that's going to be definitely different. Thinking about Jessica like that was something furniture must never do. Okay. Even though he thought he would know that, even though he would complain about Shannon's relationship, why was it that Jessica rose into his mind at a time like this? He's starting to realize. He felt a little shameful at his own naivety. And to forget about Jessica, he turned his thoughts to Shannon. Shannon is also furniture. She has no reason not to rejoice at the coming of the day when all will return to nothingness. But Shannon, through her relationship with George, has experienced emotion forbidden to furniture. Even though she isn't qualified to be bonded with him, she's still trapped in a dream that she isn't allowed to have. Will Shannon be able to joyfully accept this development? No, she won't. Shannon still has lingering regrets. Those who probably became a great source of pain and torture for her. And those lingering regrets were planted by none other than this witch. Why? Because that would be more interesting, nothing more.
シャノンは待ちわびていたはずの日に知ってはならない感情を持ち、とても辛い思いを強いられるだろう。僕たち家具を解放する日を手土産に訪れてくれたあなたに感謝する。
I wonder if Callan will ever have like an reflection, like real reflection. He's like lost cause, like he's so rotted into the furniture thing.
そしてシャノンにその日を受け入れがたくしたお前を憎む。お前もシャノン同様に未練に苦しませてやりたかったぞ。
Of course you did.
しかしお前は愚直に家具であり続け、わらわに籠絡されることもなかった。しかしシャノンを慕いすぎたようだな。シャノンの未練がそなたの未練となる。
Yep.
それはわらわへの憎悪へと変わるのか？わらわを殺したくば殺してみるがよい。金蔵の家具ならばその程度の力は持っていよう。しかしわらわを殺せば家具どもに安息の日は永遠に訪れぬぞ。
Huh. So, can she be actually killed in this form?
そなたにそれが耐えられるのか。わらわによる解放を本当に拒むことができるのか。ひざまずけ。
Oh wow, that's an order.
何を。ひざまずき、わらわの靴に口づけをするがよ。
Showing a power, eh?
さもなくば、わらわはこの場を立ち去ろうぞ。
What the fuck is this mind? Like, oh my god. On the one hand, she's like giving Canon the ultimatum that he will be forever furniture. On the other hand, she gives like proposition that Shannon will not basically die, and she will not have to accept that. That's messed up.
帰りて永遠に姿を現さぬ。のう、カノン、そなたはそれに耐えられるのか。黄金鏡の扉が開かれれば、そなたの苦難に満ちた家具の生は終わろう。望むならば、人間としての生を与えてもよい。
Wow.
さすれば、もはやジェシカとは対等。
Wow, bringing up Jessica. She knows so much.
貴様も知りたいはずだ。恋の味が。隠そうとも知っておるぞ。
Nice face.
甘き恋の沼にて溺れるシャノンを見て、そなたは羨ましがっている。恋の味を知りたくてうずうずしておるのよ。やめろ、やめろ。僕を再び籠絡するつもりか。僕はお前を楽しませるためのおもちゃになり果てたりしない。ほう、ならばシャノンで満足するとしよう。まいた種はそなただけではないのでな。
Implanted with a seed. Oh, okay. Yeah, she mentioned that before.
時には実を結ばぬ果実もある。
Yeah. Okay.
鍵を手にせし者は以下に従いて黄金鏡へ旅立つべし。
One who obtains the key.
第一の番に鍵の選びし6人を生贄に捧げよ。
Wait, wasn't it 9? Six. Two who are close remain prize. Head, chest, stomach, knee, leg. 5. 10. Attain the power of the golden treasures once and for the last time. This is the same. So it's not 9, I was wrong. I don't know why I thought 9. It was 6. Also...
第2の番に残されし者は寄り添う2人を引き裂け。
The witch recited the epitaph again. It was so sudden and diverged so strongly from the current topic. However, that challenging smile made it seem almost as though she was using that epitaph as a threat against Canon.
わからぬか。この碑文の儀式を成し遂げるには第2の番に寄り添う2人を生贄に捧げねばならぬ。
Two who are close. So this is not like... Okay, wait. Give me a second because I don't remember now correctly. Who died in the second Twilight? Was it actually... Was it Eva and Hideyoshi? Yeah, I think so, because then we had the Prize My Noble Name. Head... Head and Kill. It was Kinzo. This is... Canon. Stomach. Who died on... from the stab on the stomach? Who was that? Knee and leg. Oh yeah, these were like the last characters that were alive. So it was like Genji, Nanjo, and who was it at the end? Who was at the end? Who died? I remember she didn't die at the end. I mean she did in the challenge, but okay, it's too hot. I don't remember. Oh my god, that was so long. Anyway, I guess these two were like Hideyoshi and Hideyoshi and Eva. So in this episode, these two are basically George and Shannon, I believe. I wonder why they didn't die in the episode 1 then. Because they were clearly close to each other. But they died like separate ways. Like George was until the end, like for the whole game. And Shannon died at the first one. Okay. Okay, that was probably random. Okay.
今のシャノンならこれほどふさわしい第二の番の生贄もないとは思わぬか
Wow.
卑劣な
Kano realized something. Until today, he would thought he would given up everything else and lived as furniture, acting like furniture. But in reality that wasn't true. He left Shannon too dearly. Therefore, when Shannon was in pain, Kano shared in that. If only Shannon had continued to live as furniture, indifferently, like Canon without any regrets in this world, he wouldn't have had to be in so much pain. The witch planned to toy with Shannon, who had known the taste of love. No, whom she had taught the taste of love, as she killed her. She wouldn't be welcomed into the Golden Land and granted the compassion released. Instead, if the witch had her way, she would be used as a sacrifice, subjected to the utmost of torture and pain, and forcibly turned into a human foundation for this evil ceremony. And this witch would probably make Shannon meet this horrible fate, with no reason other than it was amusing to her. Furthermore, she was threatening to do this so that she could make Canon. I'm sorry, I can't read. Holy fuck. Furthermore, she was threatening to do this as she could make Canon, who had never submitted to the witch, finally give in. It was that simple. In the end, though she had tried to resist the witch and avoid pleasing her, he had only made things more amusing for her. After all, he was furniture. No, a toy. They were nothing but toys, meant only to distract her from boredom.
どうするカノン。ひざまずけばシャノンを生贄に選ぶことを控えんこともないぞ。
I might. Wow.
お前のような玩具を一度屈服させてみたかった。
Shannon is so dead. Wait, no. Actually, probably George is dead. Because that will mess up Shannon more. It will like mess up Shannon really hard. George was able to like keep his composure. He was sad, he cried. It was like really freaking... Oh my god, that was the saddest episode. But now, if we get that from the Shannon perspective, she won't be able to hide it. That's going to be like... I need to prepare myself. That's like a sound that Maria's doing. Without even a fragment of elegance, the witch sneered at Canon and laughed indecently. That's right. She would predict Canon's submission even before he would make that decision for himself. Canon chose to get down on both knees in front of the witch. It didn't matter what happened to him. However, the one thing he couldn't bear to see was Shannon, who had given him his only reason to live during his days as furniture, being toyed with like this. That was why kissing the shoes of the witch was an easy oath for Canon to make. When his quivering lips actually touched the witch's shoe, Beatrice let a look of ecstasy rise to her face, then laughed with her voice filled to bursting. At that moment, the witch, who had grown bored of life after 1,000 years, was completely filled with the evil emotion that she lived for. It's going to be so destructive for Canon and for Shannon. I think that... Actually, wait, no, it have to be pair, right? So, if she don't choose Shannon, then she cannot choose George. Am I right? If I'm right, then we are safe. On the other hand, what if it can be like father and son, or mother and son? What if second pair, like what if pair will be George and one of the parents? They have to be close to each other, right? She never told like how close they have to be. So the flag is still there. Okay, that's bad. When lunch ended, the relatives moved to the parlor. Rosa had brought a high-class brand of black tea from a famous store in Ginza. That had been served, and the parlor was filled with pleasant aroma. Since the children were there too, the adults tried to interact like normal relatives on the surface, talking peacefully about recent events and how the children were growing up. It had started raining, so the children couldn't do anything but sit here like this, watching TV, unable to go outside. Maria was apparently a TV kid. She kept watching a boring daytime program without getting bored, giggling all by herself. At first, Butter joined in, seeming to deepen his relationship with Maria. But he had gotten up early this morning, and was gradually hit by a wave of drowsiness. Don't do that. It's contagious. Fuck.
おや、大きなあくびだね。
Did you yawn too?
朝がずいぶん早かったんじゃないのかい？
ま、そんなとこだよ。緊張が解けて、雨の音を聞いてるうちに眠くなってきちまった。
緊張あんだけ態度でかそうにしてて緊張なんてしてたのかよ。
一応俺なりにはな。
Butler gave another great yawn and slowly lay down on the sofa. He really did look tired. George and the others had tried talking to him, thinking it was a sign of boredom. But when they realized he really was sleepy, they decided to let him be. Also, I wonder, like, this battle between Beatrice and Butler in the meta world, does it, like, include the Butler being alive in the episode or not? Because whole case for Butler is for him to not believe in the witch. That there's no magic, that she don't exist. So she cannot be revived, so the miracle cannot occur. That's what my understanding is. If I messed something up, then let me know. So if he's playing the game and his character is Butler, then I would assume that Butler have to leave. Or actually if he dies, then no, wait. If Butler dies, then which wins? Because everyone else will believe in Beatrice. And Butler is the only one who had resolved to not believe in her. Huh. Does Butler have plot armor here?
おやおや。食事の後にすぐ横になるとサバになると申しますよ。
I've put in some of earlier episodes my thoughts about like who might die, who might not in the first episode. And I actually was like considering, I think, sometimes Butler that he might die or he might like, you know, wake up somewhere else. When he like lose consciousness maybe or something. So I'm not like, I don't think Butler have plot armor, but it seems like the case, if I'm right. But yeah, from the start I was thinking like none of these characters can be safe really.
冗談よせやい。ゴーダさん、今夜は子牛のステーキだって言ってたぜ。サバのステーキになっちまう。
負けるステーキ。
熊沢さん、こいつ本当に眠いらしい。毛布を持ってきてあげてくれないかな。
さあ、どうぞ。
Kumasawa brought a blanket over from the shelf. The large floor wasn't cold, but the air had gotten a little chilly. So when Butter took the blanket, he immediately wrapped himself up in like a turtle.
本当に眠かったんだね。何時かに起きる？起こしてあげるよ。
あ、いや、特に希望は。なんか用があったら起こしてくれりゃいいし、なんにもねえんならずっと眠らせてくれりゃいいぜ。
Okay. That's my case as well.
バトラン寝ちゃうの？お昼寝マリアもする。
Yeah, you do that too.
こらマリア、バトラは眠いんだから放っておいてあげなきゃ。熊沢さん、
もう一枚毛布をもらえるかな。
No, I'm not gonna bring what age is Maria. It was doubtful whenever Maria really wanted to take a nap. She probably saw Butler wrapped up in a blanket and wanted to do the same. When she received the blanket from Kumasawa, she joyfully wrapped herself in and set up camp again in the front of the TV. Okay, makes sense.
せっかく6年ぶりにいとこがみんな揃ったってのによ。
Oh, come on, you have few days. Sure.
こいつ今回の親族会議の主賓だって自覚全然ねえな。
聞こえてるぞ。のんびり昼飯を食って、しかも外は台風で雨。何もすることがねえってことは、つまり俺の出番じゃねえってことさ。
それはどうかな。何も起こらないから何もしないなんて受け身の姿勢じゃ人生は退屈だよ。
違うぜ。そういう意味。なんつうのかな。こういう時、俺はこう思うことにしてる。出番じゃねえんだよ。こいつがお芝居だったならさ、俺の出番じゃねえってことなんだよ。
Huh. I wonder if this is the reference to not being the detective of this story. Not being the main character of this episode. I wonder if that's the case.
だったら、舞台袖でおとなしくしてるに限るってわけさ。
Huh.
自分の人生はいつだって自分が主人公だろ。
I mean, he's just talking like that, but for the reader, for me, it seems like this is like the referencing that cool stuff. That's cool.
そんな脇役根性でどうすんだよ。自分から進んで舞台に上がらなきゃ。
そういう意味じゃねえ。今は俺の出番じゃねえって言いたいのさ。
Huh.
悪いな。眠くて思考が勘弁してくれ。
確かに眠くてなんだか支離滅裂なことを言ってるね。もうそっとしてあげようよ。
私は聞き捨てならねえぜ。自分の人生はいつだって自分が主人公だよ。ちょっとそのあたり本格的にバトラーと議論したいけどな。
寝ぼけてるだけだよ。深く考えちゃダメさ。
なんかさ、自分は主役になれないから舞台に上がりたくないみたいな根性、なぜだかすっげえうぜえって思って。
Huh. With distant eyes, Jessica gazed out the window at the grey rose garden obscured by rain. When she put her forehead up against the glass, the pleasantly cool sensation seems to chase away memories she was trying to forget.
君の出番じゃなかったってことなのかよ。じゃあいつ君は舞台に上がるんだよ。
Okay, this whole conversation made me really like curious. What's the actual meaning about this? I wonder. Are they actually referencing that he's actually not the main protagonist of the story now? At least not yet in this episode? I mean, by the character's perspective, it's making no sense at all, because they don't know the events. From the reader perspective, it seems like that. But yeah, they're talking to each other, not to us, so... I wonder what they mean. This is really weird conversation to have, like, between siblings. In that case, who the heck is the main character on the stage? Huh. Okay. We're going to the meta world. The main characters.
もうやりたい放題じゃねえかよ。 なんだこりゃよ。
Okay, give me information. How the fuck do you influence that world, and how did you reset everything? And what is this place? In general. How did you get there?
めちゃくちゃじゃねえか。
そなたがわらわを否定する根拠とする18人だの19人だのという理論が実に滑稽だったのでな。
Wow, so there is 19 and he have like no base now.
指し手を変えてみたまでよ。
Okay.
そなたがわらわを否定する最大の根拠は単にわらわが駒としてゲーム版に並ばなかったからというだけのこと。ならばこうしてクイーンを先に指せばいいだけの話ではないか。
Interesting.
初手にてクイーンに道を開けるはチェスの王道ではないか。
I don't know.
ふざけやがって。
So, what you gonna do, Butter, now?
こんなの認められるわけねえじゃねえかよ。魔女が歩いて玄関からやってきただと。ふざけるじゃねえ。
Is it like... Now I think about this, like, with this conversation, I think they don't actually, like, reset the events. It's more like playing the RPG, you know? Oh my god, it's too loud, I think. Like, doing a roleplay, you know? I think they might not actually reset the events and influence, like, the real world, I would say? I don't know if we can call that even the real world right now. Maybe they just like conversing with each other and telling that, hey, I'm going through this door and I'm meeting with Natsuhi and Rosa, showing Rosa my magic, and now it's your turn. What are you going to do, Butler? And then he's telling to her, like, what he's doing and stuff like that. Maybe that's how this goes, and this is all fake. I mean, the story we are reading, like episode 1 was probably true, like the main story. Episode 2 is basically the imaginary world made by Butler and Beatrice in this fighting each other, like denying the witch or acknowledging her. I wonder if that's the case. It might be. And the visuals and the whole episode stuff is just for us, for the readers, to like, you know, see that, see everything. So this is just the narrative.
なんだなんだ。前回のゲームではそなたに散々自由に手を進めさせたぞ。こたびはわらわがそなたの手に合わせて駒を動かしたに過ぎん。初手にてもう降参か。
くそったれ。ふざけるな。誰が降参なんかするかってんだ。
I'm thinking now, what if even episode 1 was narrative? Nah, I think the episode 1 was the real. Because of how this and the tea party went.
上等な差し手だぜ。好きに進めればいいじゃねえか。なるほどな。まだまだお前の手番は終わってないってわけだ。好きに手を進めりゃいい。今のうちに十分な陣形を築いとく。俺が必ずしのぐ。必ず詰める。言い訳なんてされたくねえ。存分に来やがるってんだ。まだまだこの程度じゃ魔女なんて認められるわけがねえぜ。そうさ。 さっきマリアのお菓子を魔法で直したように見えたが、実は同じお菓子をもう一つ懐に忍ばせていて、芝居がかった方法ですり替えて、あたかも魔法で直したみたいに見せただけかもしれない。
Nice one.
ああ、そうさ、そうに決まってる。ダメだぜ、全然ダメだぜ。
ほうほう、ローザは菓子が蝶に散る瞬間を見たぞ。
知らねえよ。
Okay.
そんなのは幻覚か手品か。さもなきゃ見間違いだろ。
Okay. This is like you make this kind of comment if you have no counter, basically. Like, hey, why this happened? Who cares? It didn't happen. I mean, it's supposed to be like Battle of Wits between Butler and Beatrice, and he's just he's just like, this is not a battle of wits for Butler at this point. It was the same problem. I had the same problem with him like in the first episode, I think. At least in the end. I think so. That he's just like straightforward denying everything, and he have no idea how the fuck the thing works. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If you don't know how, like, yeah, in real world, if we see something like flying around and we don't know how it works, then we can assume that this is hallucination or something, because we won't think that this is magic or ghost or something. So okay, I can understand Butler, but yeah, I guess Butler is right. Yeah, probably, yeah. Butler is sometimes Butler like way of thinking is so confusing. On the other hand, this is really like logical, because I know what he means, why he's denying and such, but on the other hand, we as a reader know more. And for the reader, this is like, what the fuck, Butler? But I understand. From the character perspective, that makes totally sense. Yep.
なるほど。それがそなたの受け手であるな。墓穴を掘ったぞ。
Wow.
後ろ宮バトラー。お前の手番はまだ先だぞ。もうしばらくわらわの手番を進めさせてもらう。まだまだこれからだぞ。魔女の手番は。
Turn of the Witch. That's what this episode is called, right? Okay, and with that I will end the episode. That was pretty good. That was really good episode. Also, this is apparently bug. I don't know why I never like looked at that and felt weird that these black squares are actually bug. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for this amazing episode. Thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Intro was a little too long, but I hope you can kinda, yeah, better with it, I guess. Anyway, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.